The first time we met, I was 15 years old and 100 pounds of awkward unaccountability and bad math. You were a 1,000-watt smile and the inability to stop a laugh from exploding outwards. I wanted to drink you in like all the wine my parents never let me have at family dinners, and you wanted to hold me so tight I would never figure out the world was an unkind place to be, so the first time I couldn't explain what you meant to me, you told me it was all normal. And the world just didn't have a definition for that kind of love, so they just labeled it different. And that intolerance was just the fear of perfection, and that life lesson is something I could have never survived without. So the first time your name slipped out of my mouth in a way that was desperate for attention, you forgot to mention that sometimes you needed help too. And to this day, I've never met a better actor. Because that smile and laughter was enough to make me believe that a happily ever after was right around the corner, you know. I never used to believe in fairy tales until you were written into mine. So the first time you told me you loved me, I told you you were probably just confused, and you said, no, see, there's this bruise inside my chest that only feels like anything less than damaged whenever you're around. And I loved the sound of that poetry because the only kind of stains I'd ever known were etched on the back of my hands. Roadmaps of every mistake I'd ever made, and the insides of my eyelids had always just been picture frames for every time I wasn't good enough to love someone. You were never supposed to end up there. It was supposed to be a movie with new scenes every day, because you knew exactly how much it hurts when the only thing keeping you from flying was the exact same thing that keeps telling you to take off, and it has been 6 years now. I still can't put words to how hard it is to breathe sometimes. So every time I open my lips to say I'm fine, I have the idea that maybe this time the panic attacks will last the whole night. And you wouldn't be there to hold me. No telephone call at 2 a.m. that was never unprecedented. And I never expected to be the one to have to let you go. So you were lost in a curtain of everything I should have known you were hiding. See, I got so good at finding the bad in every situation that I guess I never got the time to share yours. And I'm sorry that every time life opens new doors, I keep expecting to see you there smiling back at me. I never saw you turn into your own worst enemy. And maybe that's why it wasn't the end of me. Because you always told me that fear of the unknown was just an escape tactic. So maybe this is my chance to fight back at it. And say thanks to you, I'll never be able to leave the nightmares alone. Because after all this, you're still the only good dream I've ever known.